Hello and good morning, children. I welcome to all of you, Mumbai Municipal Corporation's online education session. Today we are going to learn subject mathematics. So very first, I would like to introduce myself to all of you and our team also. So I am Mr. Vijay Arak from Mahim Muri Road, Upper Primary Municipal English School, Mahim West. And our administrative officer is Mrs. Snehata Dumre Madam. Nodal bit officer is Mr. Sharad Kurade sir. Nodal HM is Mrs. Mary Pushpam Paul Madam. And assistant nodal HM Mrs. Manpriti Kaur Anand Madam. And our CNO is Mr. Ratilal Kisan Burungole sir. So children, let us start for today's topic. Look at here very first. What do you see here? What is written here? Read the following examples and write in words. Isn't it? Okay. You can see here are given some figures. Okay. And below each figure, there is which the figure is representing. Okay. So look at here. Very first, the first figure which is shaded, it is whole. It is whole. So it is 1. Isn't it? So in second circle, it is shaded only half. It is shaded only half. Half is like this. 1/2. Isn't it? Third figure, which is divided into the 4 equal parts, and out of the 4 parts, only a quarter part is shaded. That is, we represent like 1/4 or 1/4. Okay. Now, the last figure, which is divided into the 4 equal parts, but out of the 4 parts, 3 are taken. That 3/4, which means 3/4 is taken, isn't it? So we have already revised this in the last lecture, isn't it? So now here we can say that when any figure which is divided into 4 equal parts at that time, how to read its parts, that half, 1/4, 3/4, and it is whole, isn't it? Now look at here. What do you see? The first one is whole. Second one is half. Yes, but look at here now. In first slide, we understood that when any figure or any object, anything, any group which is totally divided into the 4 equal parts, at that time, how to read is half, quarter, 3/4, isn't it? And 1/4, that is quarter. Okay, but look at here now. The given figure is divided into the 3 equal parts, and out of the 3 parts, 1 part is shaded. But shaded, isn't it? So how is 1/3? Look at the figure is divided into 3 equal parts. Look at here. Okay. Now here it is into 4 parts. Okay. But look at here now. It is, this figure is divided into the 5 equal parts. Out of the 5 parts, 1 part is taken, or 1 part is shaded here. So it is represented like this, isn't it? 1/5. You can see the rectangle given below. It is also representing the 1/5. Now look at the last figure, which is divided into 6 equal parts. In how many parts? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Out of 6 parts, how many parts are taken? 1. Isn't it? So 1/6. 1/6. Now, if you will observe that the figure here, which are given, are divided into the 4 equal parts, isn't it? Now here, more than 4, less than 4, both are here. More than 4. Look at this. This is more than 4 part. This is more than 4 part. This is less than 4 part. Isn't it? Now, when the figure is divided into the 4 equal parts, at that time we learn that it is called half. Is it called 1/4? It is 1/4, and it is 3/4, isn't it? But when it is divided more than 4 part and less than 4 part, isn't it? That time, how to write it? It is write like this. Okay. So if there are total part 3, so we write denominator as a 3, and the shaded part is 1. So let us write numerator as a 1/3. Similarly, these both figures are also here. Now, children, today we are going to understand or learn the new lesson, that is fraction, in your textbook. You can see. Before to this lesson, we have revised in last lecture that what is the fraction, mixed fraction, what is the quarter, what is the half, what is the 3/4, isn't it? Now, here we have one new concept, that is what, look at here, I'm going to underline. Yes, look at here. What is given there? Equivalent fractions. Okay, with equivalent fraction, isn't it? So let us understand what is called the equivalent fraction. Okay, how it is written. Okay, now let us start. Look at here. Here is one bhakri. The example of bhakri is repeated here. Look at here. Here is one bhakri. So the bhakri is divided into the two equal parts. Look at here. The one bhakri which is divided here into the two equal parts, and it is divided equally between two people. It is divided between the two people. Each one will get half a bhakri. Okay, so this one half will get one person, and this another half will get another person. Okay, so the fraction half is written as 1/2. Okay, and we have learned this, that whenever there is half, we write it 1/2. This is 1/2, 2 half, isn't it? And if you will add this 2 half, it is 1. Okay, now look at here. So here 1 is the numerator and 2 is the denominator. Okay, now second example, look at here. The same bhakri, which here we divided into 2 parts, now we divided that bhakri into the 4 parts, isn't it? Now look at here. One bhakri was divided into the 4 equal parts. 2 of the parts were given away. Now this is shown 2/4. Okay, so look at here now. When the bhakri is divided into the 2 parts, that time this is the half. But when it is divided into the 4 parts, at that time these 2 parts are the half of that one bhakri, isn't it? Which we write like 2/4. Okay, total parts are 4 here, and the 2 is what? It is numerator, and it is representing half of this bhakri, isn't it? So look at here. Out of the 4 parts, 2 parts are taken, given to one person, and these 2 parts given to another person, isn't it? So this is shown that 2/4. Here is 2 is the numerator and 4 is the denominator. This 2 means the half bhakri was given. So this 2 part is also half, because here you can see the half which is given here, because this bhakri is divided into only 2 parts. So that is why we say this is half. But here it is divided into 4 parts, so that is why this 2 part is half. Now look at here what is given now. 6 equal parts are made one melon. You can see here is one muskmelon, and which is divided into the 6 equal parts. How many parts? 6 equal parts, isn't it? Now they were shared equally by 2 people. Similarly, the bhakri, this muskmelon is also shared equally 2 people, isn't it? So it means that the part that each one got was 3/6, isn't it? So total parts are how many? 6, isn't it? Out of 6 parts, how many parts are given to equally? 3 parts, isn't it? So what does it mean? This 3 is representing half, isn't it? It is half. Now this 3/6 also shows the fraction 1/2. Okay, so total parts are 6, so half of the 6 is what? 3. Okay, so in the 3 examples above, the fraction half has been shown by 1/2, 2/4, 3/6. Okay, all the 3 examples. In very first, half is given here. In the second example, that is half, 2/4. In the third example, 3/6 respectively. Okay, now it means that the value of 3 fractions is the same. The value of all 3 fractions is same. So this is written as 1/2, 2/4, 3/6. Okay, now such fraction of equal value are called equivalent fraction. Okay, children, look at here. Now here we understood this example. This is the half. Now here this is the half, and here the muskmelon's example, this is the half. Okay, so that first one is 1/2, 2/4, 3/6. Yes, so this is the written as 1/2 is equal to 2/4 is equal to 3/6. And such types of equal value are called equivalent fraction. Such types of fraction are called equivalent fraction. Now let us see some more example. Look at here. The colored parts of 2 equal circles shown alongside. You can see the both circles are in same size, isn't it? The size of both circles are same. Now one circle is divided into 3 equal parts, and 2 of them are colored. Look at here. These both circles are in same size, and the first one, which is divided into the 3 equal parts, and 2 parts are colored. Okay, so out of the 3, 2 parts are colored. It is representing like this. Okay, 2/3. Now the other circle of the same size is divided into the 6 equal parts, and 4 of them are colored. Or the another circle which is also divided into the how many parts? Which is divided into the 6 equal parts. Okay, and 4 of them are colored. Look at here. The 4 parts which are colored here. So that is 4/6. What is this? This is 4/6. How do we represent it 4 upon 6. The whole circle is colored. However, we see that the color parts of two circles are equal. Now look at here, observe here. If you will observe that the color part of this circle, circle number 1 and circle number 2, both have the equal colored parts. Okay, the color part are equal. Although it has divided into the 4 parts, the color portion is divided into the 4 parts, but the color portion of both the size circles is equal. So therefore, 2 upon 3 is equal to 4 upon 6, and thus 2 upon 3 and 4 upon 6 are equivalent fraction. Okay, so that is why it is called equivalent. You can see the colored portion, both the circle have equal, isn't it? Only here is the difference what? It is divided into the 4 part, but the color portion of both the circles has equal. Okay, now look at here. Let us try to understand again. Look at here, the first figure. See the color portion of first figure. It is half. Okay, now in the second figure also you can see it is also half, but difference is what? That color portion is divided into the 2 parts. Okay, so the figure is divided into the 4 parts. Yes, correct. Nice, 4 parts. Now similarly, look at here in the third figure. Here also the color portion is half. Color portion is half, but divided into the 3 parts. Yes, yes, 3 parts. Now look at here. Here is also the color portion is. Yes, the color portion is divided into the 4 parts. Now the figure is divided into the 8 parts, isn't it? But out of those, the color portion is 4 parts. Here the figure is divided into the 6 equal parts. The color portion is in 3 parts. Here the figure is divided into the 4 equal parts, but the color portion is in 2 parts. But if you will observe, look at here, the color portion of this figure, this figure, this figure, and this figure, all the color portion is how same, equal, isn't it? So how do we represent it? 1 upon 2, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 6, and 4 upon 8. And what the sign is given here? Equal. What sign is given here? Is equal. So 1 upon 2 is equal to 2 upon 4 is equal to 3 upon 6 is equal to 4 upon 8. So what does the value of the fractions is same? The value of the fractions is same. So that is why it is called equivalent fraction. Okay. Now look at here. Another example we have. If you will observe that the strips which are given here in the red color and some other colors, both are in the same length. Same length. Okay. But the same strip here is divided into the 2 parts. Here it is divided into the 3 parts. In fourth number, it is divided into the 4 parts. In fifth number, it is divided into the 5 parts. Okay. So what we are going to understand here, if we cut this first figure, first strip, and if we cut it into 5 parts, look at here, in the 5 parts, so does its length will change? No. When you will join it again, so length will be remain same. So similarly, if you will cut it into the 2 parts, and again, if you will join it, so its length will remain same. What does it mean? Its value is same. All the fractions have same value. Okay, so that is why it is called the equivalent fraction. Now look at here. We have one exercise. Now look at here. Use the diagram to identify the equivalent fraction. We are going to identify here which one is the equivalent fraction. So very first, look at here. The first figure divided into the 2 equal parts. One part is colored. Look at here, 2 upon 1, it's correct. Okay, because figure is divided into 2 parts and 1 part is colored, so that is correct. Look at the second figure. Figure is divided into the 4 parts, and out of the 4 parts, 2 parts are colored. So let us write here 2. Okay, so this is also the equivalent fraction, isn't it? Because the color portion of this figure and this figure is what? Equal. Now look at here, second example. The first figure which is divided into the how many parts? 3 parts. Out of the 3, 1 part is taken, that is colored. Now here, second figure which is divided into 6 equal parts, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
4.6.
Yes, and what I have to write as a numerator? What numerator I have to write here? 6 out of 2, isn't it? 2 upon 6, because 2 parts are colored here. But if you will observe that the color portion of this figure and this figure is equal, isn't it? So this is also the equivalent fraction. Look at here. This figure is divided into the 4 parts. Out of the 4 parts, 3 parts are colored. Okay?
4.3. 3 upon 4.
Yes, very nice. 3 upon
3 upon 4.
Yes, correct. Here, can you tell me here? Yes.
2 upon 6. 6 upon 8.
8 upon or 2 or 3. What should we have right here as a numerator?
6 upon 8.
Yes, correct. 6 upon 8. Okay. So look at here. The color portion of this figure and the color portion of this figure is it equal or different? Yes. So this is also the example of equivalent fraction. Okay. Now look at your last one. What I have to write as a numerator here?
4 upon 6.
Very nice. Correct. Very good. Now here
1
in the
upon
last
3. 2 upon 3.
2 upon 3. Nice. Very good. So is it the example of equivalent fraction? Look at the color portion of this figure and this figure. Is it equivalent fraction? Yes. This is also the example of equivalent fraction. Why? Look at here the color portion of this figure and this figure both are equal, isn't it? So that is why this is also the example of equivalent fraction. So what does it mean? Look at here. Obtaining equivalent fraction. How to obtain the equivalent fraction? Okay. Obtaining equivalent fraction. Look at here. Here is given one rectangle and here is given another rectangle. Okay. So look at here. The first rectangle is divided into the 5 equal parts and the another rectangle is also into 5 equal parts. But what happened here? What extra thing has done here? Look at here. Now let us learn. 2 of 5 equal parts in the figure are colored. Look at here. 2 parts are colored here. Now similarly, this if you will see the vertical lines of this in this rectangle, you will see the both parts which are colored here. So similarly, in the first rectangle, the 2 parts are colored. Okay. Now, when the 2 lines are drawn across the same figure, isn't it? Look at here. The 2 lines are drawn across the same figure. It means in the on a second rectangle, it gets divided into 15 equal parts. Look at here. The parts which are divided here, how many? 15. So now the fraction that shows the color part is 6 upon 15. Look at here. It is representing 6 upon 15. And this first one is representing 2 upon 5. Okay. But however, shows the color part is 6 upon 15. However, the color part has not changed. Therefore, we see that 2 upon 5 is equal to 6 upon 15. Okay. Look at here. Finally, the color portion of both figure is how? It is same. It has not changed, isn't it? So that is why the representing this rectangle is 6 upon 15 and representing this rectangle that 2 upon 5 both has the same value that 2 upon 5 is equal to 6 upon 15. So that is why this is the example of equivalent fraction. Okay. Now look at here what is given. Here is teacher and Sonu, both are discussing. What about the discussion? Let us try to understand. Teacher said, what do you see any special connection between the numerator and denominator of the fraction 2 upon 5 and 6 upon 15? The example we understood here that, do you see any special connection between 2 upon 5 is equal to 6 upon 15 means denominator or numerators? Do they have some special connection? Sonu said 3 times 2 is 6 and 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, this is the special connection between their denominator and numerator. So teacher said, we have also seen that 1 upon 2 is equal to 2 upon 4, 1 upon 2 is equal to 3 upon 6, and 2 upon 3 is equal to 4 upon 6. Or in 2 equivalent fractions, the numerator of one fraction is as many times the numerator of the other as the denominator of one is the of the denominator of the other. Okay, so what does it mean? Finally, look at here. When the numerator and denominator of a fraction are multiplied by the same non-zero number. Look at here. What the definition is saying. When numerator and denominator of a fraction are multiplied by the same non-zero number, we get a fraction that is equivalent to the given fraction. Isn't it? So let us see this with the example. Look at here. Here is first example. Find a fraction with denominator 30, which is equivalent to 5 upon 6. Okay, so here 5 upon 6 is equal to, here is given empty box and denominator is given 30. So we have to find out which number we have to write here as a numerator. Okay, so we must find the right number for the box. Now look at here. What is written? 5 upon 6 is equal to, here is given the empty box, upon, here is given 30. Okay, so if you will see that a special connection between the denominator, that if you will multiply 6 by 5, so what is it? You will get 30. Okay, what is answer? 6 5s are 30, isn't it? So the same number 5, which we used to multiply by 6, now we have to multiply to 5 also with the same number. So let us multiply 5 by 5. So what is that number? 5 5s are 25.
25.
Yes. So let us write in the box that what 25 in this way. Look at here now. What we did, 6 multiplied by 5 is 30, and the number 5 which we used to multiply by 6. Now the same number we have to use to multiply the numerator also. Okay. So 5 multiplied by 5, it is 25. So here the final we got the answer, that is 25. Look at here now. This is the example how to obtain the equivalent fraction by multiplying the numerator and the denominator. Look at here. This is numerator and this is denominator. If you multiply this numerator by 2, so what is the product here? Look at here, 2.
2.
Okay. So if the same number 2 have to multiply the denominator also, so 2 2s are 4.
4.
Okay. Yes. Look at here. Then again, if you will multiply 2 by 2, isn't it? It's 4. Yes, the same number 2 we used to multiply the denominator also. So 4 2s are 8.
8.
So repeatedly, look at here. If you multiply this 4 by 2, so 4 2s are 8, and same number, okay, which we multiply with the numerator. So we have to use it to multiply the denominator also. So 8 2s are 16. Children, here we got all this fraction by multiplying, okay, numerator and denominator. So these all are the equivalent fraction we obtain from we obtain this from the multiplication, okay, by the numerator and denominator. Here is another example. Look at here. Here is 2 upon 3. This is one fraction, okay, and if you will multiply this denominator and numerator by the same number, same non-zero number. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, okay, and 3 multiplied by 2 is equal to what? 6. So the 4 upon 6 is the equivalent fraction to 2 upon 3. Now look at here. The 4 is multiplied by 2. So 4 2s are 8. And here the same number 2 which we used to multiply by 4 as the numerator. Now look at here below the denominator, below the line that is denominator. So here also we have to use 2. 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. So these are also the examples of equivalent fraction. Okay. Now look at here. Here is given 4 example. Let us see that which one is the equivalent fraction. Okay. See, 4 multiplied by 3, 12. It is correct. Now, denominator 7 multiplied by 3, 28. Is it right or wrong? Tell me.
21.
21. Or what is written here? 28. So what
20.
does it mean? This is not the example of equivalent fraction. Okay. Yes. Look at here now. Second one. Numerator is 5 and denominator is 6. Okay. So if you will multiply by 5, which number we have to use to multiply 5 that we will get the answer 40? If you will multiply 5 multiplied by 8, so what is our answer? Our answer is 40, isn't it? Now, same number 8, if you will multiply by 6, 6 8s are 48, 6 8s are 48.
48.
What does it mean? This is the example of equivalent fraction. Look at here. Now, example number, this one now. Look at here. If you will multiply by 3, 3 by 7, 3 7s are 21. Okay. But look at here. If we will multiply this 7 by with 10, so 10 7s are 70, but here is given 30. So this is not the example. Okay.
This is wrong.
6 multiplied by, let us work it
36.
Yes, 6 multiplied by what? 6 6 are
6
30.
6 is 36.
Okay, and 9 6 are 54.
54.
Yes. So what does it mean? This is the example of equivalent fraction. Okay, because both fractions have the same value. Okay, 6 upon 9 is equal to 36 upon 54. Look at here. What is written here? You can make equivalent fraction by multiplying or dividing both top and bottom by the same amount. Okay, by only multiplying or dividing. So we learn by multiplying. Now dividing is remain. So you only multiply or divide, never add or subtract. Get here. So we have to obtain equivalent fraction by only multiplying or dividing, not addition and subtraction. Okay. Now look at here. Now here is another example, Nandu and teacher, what their discussion is going on. Can I get an equivalent fraction by dividing the numerator and denominator by the same number? Of course. What the teacher said? Of course. If the numerator and denominator have a common divisor, then the fraction obtained on actually dividing them by that divisor is equivalent to the given fraction. Okay. The numerator and denominator of the fraction 6 upon 15 can be divided by 3. On doing this division, we get the fraction 2 upon 5. It means that 6 upon 15 is equal to 2 upon 5. Okay, so this is given the explanation of which we learned the rectangle example there. Okay, so 6 upon 15 and is equal to 2 upon 5. So how it? Look at here now. If the numerator and denominator have a common divisor, okay, then the fraction we get on dividing by them by that divisor is equivalent to the given fraction. Okay, now look at here. Let us understand this. We have one example here. Look at here. Find a fraction equivalent to 15 upon 40, but which with denominator 8. Look at here. 15 upon 40 is equal to, here is given empty box and denominator is given 8. So we have to find out the numerator. Isn't it? Look at here. Now, if you will divide 40 by 5, okay. So if you will divide 40 by 5, so 5 8s are 40. 5 8s are 40. So 8 is the denominator, isn't it? So here we use 5 to divide 40. So same number we have to divide. Use here 15 divided by 5. So 5 3s are what? 15, isn't it? So here answer is 3. 5 3s are 15. So it is 15 upon 5. So 5 1s are 5. 5 3s are 15. So 3. So what number is as a numerator? That is 3. Okay, so we have to write there 3. Okay, so we'll get the number for the box by dividing 15 by 5. 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. Therefore, 15 upon 40 is equal to 3 upon 8. It is equivalent. So thus the fraction 3 upon 8 is equivalent to the fraction 15 upon 40. Okay. Now look at here. We have some examples. Look at here now. 18 upon 36. This is one fraction. Okay. And we have to obtain the equivalent fraction by dividing the numerator as well as denominator. Okay. So look at here. If we divide this numerator by 3, okay. So 3 6 are 18. Look at here. 3 6 are 18. Now the same number we have to use to divide the what? Denominator also. Okay. So here the division 3 1s are 3. Okay, or 3 2s are 6, 12. Look at here, 12. And here 3 6 are 18. So here 6. Okay, so 6 upon 12 is the equivalent fraction to the 18 upon 36. Okay, now look at here again. This 6 is divisible by 1 or 6, and we get the answer 1. So 6 divided by 6 it is 1. Okay, now denominator 6 2s are 12. Look at here, 1 upon 2. So the fraction 18 upon 36 is equal to 6 upon 12 is equal to 1 upon 2 are the equivalent fraction. Okay, look at here now. One more example. The fraction 40 upon 60. Look at here. If we divide this 40 by 10, so what is answer is 4. Okay, and if we will divide this 60 by 10, so 10 6 are 60. This is the answer. And here 40 upon 10, that 10 4s are 40. So 4 and 6, look at here, 4 as a numerator and 6 as a denominator, 4 upon 6. Now if you will divide this 4 by 2, so 2 2s are 4, look at here, and 2 3s are 6, look at here, this 2 upon 3. So what does it mean? So 40 upon 60 is equal to 4 upon 6 and is equal to 2 upon 3. All this fraction we obtain by dividing the numerator as well as denominator, isn't it? By the same non-zero number, and we get equivalent fraction. Okay, look at here, divide 2 is divided by 2. Yes, 4 is divided by 2 here. So it is, if you will divide 8 by 2, so you will get 4. Okay. Now the same non-zero number, yes, 12 is divided by 2. Okay, 2 6 are 12, 2 4s are 8, so 4 upon 6. Now similarly, if 2 2 are 4, yes, 2 is here, and 2 3s are 6, yes, so 3 is here, so 2 upon 3 is equal to 4 upon 6 is equal to 8 upon 12. So this is also the example of equivalent fraction. Look at here, divided by top and bottom by 3, yes, we divided here 6 divided by 3, 15 divided by 3, okay, and what we got, that we got 2 upon 5, and that is the equivalent fraction to the 6 upon 2. Okay. Now children, write the proper number in the box. We have one exercise, some examples are given here. So let us try to find out answers of the blank. Write the proper number in the box. Look at here, 1 upon 2. So our first example is 1 upon 2 is equal to, here is an empty box as a numerator and denominator is 20. Look at here. So if you will multiple 2 by 10, so what is your answer? 20, isn't it? So which number? Yes, which number we use to multiply the denominator? 10. So same number we have to use. 1 multiplied by 10 is equal to what? 10 ones are 10. So what I have to write in the box? That is 10. Okay. So the fraction 1 upon 2 is equal to 10 upon 20. Both are the equivalent fraction. Okay. Now look at second example. Yes. 3 upon 4 is equal to 15 upon, we have to find out the denominator. Okay, look at here. Which number I have to use to multiply 3? 3 multiple by, which number I have to write here? That I will get the product 15. 5, correct, 5. 5 3s are 15. Okay, now the same number we have to use to multiply the 4 also. What? 5u. Okay, so 4 5s are 20. Correct. So we have to write in the box 20. Okay, understood? Yes. Next example now. Look at here, example number 3. 9 upon 11 is equal to 18 upon denominator we have to find. Okay, look at here. 9 multiple by upon 11 multiple by. So which number I have to use here? Can you tell me? Yes, to get the 18. 2, isn't it? So 9 2s are 18. 9 2s are 18. It is given here. Now the same non-zero number, that 2, we have to multiply the denominator also. 11 2s are 22.
22.
Okay, so we have to write in the box 22. Okay, yes. Look at the example number 4. What is that? 10 upon 40 is equal to, there is given empty box as a numerator and denominator is 8. Look at here. What is the difference between this now? These 3 examples which we solve by using by multiplying the numerator and denominator. Okay. But here, look at here now. This is the example of division. Okay. If you will divide 40 by 8. Okay. So what is the answer? 8 5s are 40. So 5 is the answer which we have to use. Okay. So how does it mean that if you will divide 40 by 5u, so 5 ones are 5, 5 8s are 40, 5 8s are 40, isn't it? So here is written 40. Okay. So what number we use to divide 5u? Now similarly, here 10 divided by 5, isn't it? 5 2s are 10. Okay. Now look at here now. Here one more concept, that like fraction. What is like fraction? Okay. Like fractions are what that we are going to understand here. Like fractions. Like fractions are fractions with the same denominator. Okay, look at here. 1 upon 2, this is one fraction. So 1, the top number is called the numerator, as we understood. It is the number of parts we have. Second one, denominator is 2. Okay, so what? It is the total number of parts. The whole is divided into. Okay, now look at here examples of the like fractions. 1 upon 5, 2 upon 5, 3 upon 5, 4 upon 5. Now here 1 upon 10, 3 upon 10, 5 upon 10, 7 upon 10, and 9 upon 10. Okay, so these are some examples of like fractions. Okay, so what is the like fraction? Like fractions are the fractions with the same denominator. Look at here. These all fractions have the same denominator. Here also these all fractions has the same denominator. Okay. Yes. Look at here. Like fractions. In like fractions, look at your first example. The given figure is divided into the 4 equal parts. Out of the 4 parts, one part is shaded, that is written as a numerator.
1/4.
4. Look at here. The given figure is divided into the 4 equal parts. Out of the 4 parts, 2 parts are shaded, that is numerator, and denominator is 4. Okay. Here also the same figure is divided into the 4 equal parts. 3/4. But you don't look at here now, you will see that the denominator of all the 3 fractions are same. Denominators are same. So this is the example of like fraction. Okay, when the fraction has equal or same denominators, okay, at that time such types of fractions we call the what? Like fractions. Look at here, like fractions. Fractions such as 1/7, 4/7, 6/7, whose denominators are equal are called like fraction. Are called like fraction. Okay, look at here, like fractions example. Look at this rectangle which is divided into the how many parts? 8 parts. But out of
8 parts.
shaded
1/8.
Now look at here. How many total parts are here?
2/8.
2/8. It means total parts are 8, and out of the 8 part, 2 parts are shaded. Okay. Look at here the last one. The total parts are 8.
3/8.
But 3 parts are colored. Yes. So look at the
3
denominator of
parts
this.
colors.
Look at the denominator of these fractions. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8.
8.
Yes, denominator is 8.
All 8.
Same. That is why the example of like fraction. Okay. Look at here. Second example we have, that is unlike fraction. What is like fraction? So what is unlike fraction? Unlike fractions are fractions with the different denominators. Unlike fractions are the fractions with the different denominators. Okay, look at here. Here is the example of 1/2. This is one fraction. So here the top number is numerator, the bottom number is what? Denominator. We know this. But look at here, 2/3, 2/5u, 2/7. Look at the denominator. You will see that all the fractions have different denominator. Isn't it? Different denominators. Here also 1/2, 3/4, 5/6, 7/8, 9/10.
7/8, 9/10.
All the fractions have the different denominator. Different denominator. Look at this. Difference. What? The denominators of all the fractions are different. The denominator of all the fractions are different. So such types of fractions which has the different denominators we call the unlike fraction. Which fraction?
Unlike fraction.
Okay. Look at here. So we understood equivalent fraction, like fraction, and unlike fraction. Okay. Here is also given one example of unlike fraction. Look
Different
at now.
denominators.
Yes, different
1/2.
denominators. Here. This figure is 1/2.
1/2.
Okay, so 2 is denominator, 1 is numerator. In this figure is divided into 3 parts. 2 parts
3/2. 2
3.
colors.
Yes.
2 shades.
That is different, that is 3. Here also the figure
3
is
is denominator and 2 is
3 parts are
numerator.
2. Okay.
4/3.
Denominator is different. Look
3
at here.
colors.
The denominator of this fraction is 4. This fraction is 6.
4 denominator.
Fraction is 2. Both are different. Okay. The 3 denominators of the 3 fractions are different. So this is the example of unlike fraction. Which fraction? Unlike fraction. Okay, children. Look at here now. This is also the example of unlike fraction. 2/5, 2/9, 3/7, 4/11, 5/12. Look at the denominators of all these fractions. Denominators are different. Okay. So this is also the example of. These are also the examples of unlike fraction. Look at here now. Yes, children, look at here. What do you see? Fraction and unlike fraction, which we learn now, which we learn just fractions such as 1/7, 4/7, 6/7. Look at here, the denominator of all the fractions are 7. So those denominators are equal. Okay, such type of fraction we call like fraction. Okay. Now what is unlike fraction? Fractions such as 1/3, 4/8, 9/11. Okay. Look at the denominators of these fractions 3, 8, 11, totally different. Okay. So here are the example of different denominators. So which have different denominators are called that unlike fraction. Okay. Both definitions are given here. The fraction whose denominators are equal are called like fraction, and the fraction whose denominators are different are called unlike fraction. Okay, now children, look at here, what is written here now? Here, what is written? Converting unlike fractions into like fraction. Converting unlike fraction into like fraction. Okay, so let us understand this one now. Example first is given, convert 5 upon 6 and 7 upon 9 into the like fraction. Okay, so we have to convert this fraction. This is unlike fraction. Look at the denominator of this both the fractions. It is 6 and it is 9. It is different. Okay, so we have to convert this fraction into the like fraction. So how should we have to convert? Look at here. Here is given explanation. Here we must find a common multiple for the number 6 and 9. Common multiples. Okay. So what is the multiple? A multiple of a number is divisible by the given number. Example, look at here. The first number is 6. Let us find the multiples of 6. That if you will say the 6 times table, that 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24, 6 5s are 36, 6 are 36. Similarly, it is infinite now. Okay, so to all the numbers which are in the table of 6, that are the multiples of the 6. Okay, now look at here. We will find out the multiples of the 9 also. Okay, so if you will say the 9 times table, that 9 1s are 9, 9 2s are 18, 9 3s are 27, 9 4s are 36, 9 5s are 45. Okay, dot means infinite. Okay, so these all are the multiples of 9 also. Okay, so multiple is what? Multiple number is divisible by the given number. Okay, so example, if 28 is divisible by 4, look at here. 28 is here. If you will divide that, 4 1s are 4, 4 7s are 28. Okay, so number 28 and 4, if you will do this division, so you will get answer, that is the whole number. Okay, now is 28 is a multiple of 4 now. 28 is a multiple of 4 now. Okay, now look at here now. Yes, so here the number 18 is multiple of both 6 and 9. Look at here, 18. Okay, it is in the 9 times table also and 6 times table also, 18. So it is the multiple of both 6 and 9. So let us make 18 the denominator of the both fractions, that 5 upon 6 and another is 7 upon 9. Okay, so if you multiply by numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number, that is 5 multiplied by 3 and 6 multiplied by 3. So what we got, that 15 upon 18. Okay, and here the second fraction, that 7 upon 9, if you will multiply by 7 by 2 and 9 by 2, so what, 7 2s are 14 and 9 2s are 18. Okay, look at here now. You'll see that both fraction, that first fraction, that 5 upon 6, and the another fraction, that what, 7 upon 9, the both fraction have the same denominator, that is 18. Okay, so thus 18 upon 18 and 14 upon 18 are like fraction, respectively equivalent to 5 upon 6 and 7 upon 9. Okay, so here 18 is the multiple of both 6 and 9. We can also choose numbers like 36 and 54 as the common denominator. Okay, yes. Look at here, another example is given. Convert 4 upon 8 and 5 upon 16 into the like fraction. Look at here. As the 16 is twice of 8, it is easy to make 16 the common denominator. So here 4 upon 8 is equal to 4 multiplied by 2, and 8 is the denominator, so 8 multiplied by 2. So 4 2s are 8 and 8 2s are 16. Okay, so 8 upon 16 and 5 upon 16 are the required like fraction. Okay, so in the example number 3, find the common denominator for 4 upon 7 and 3 upon 4. Look at here now. The number 28 is a multiple of 7 and 4. The number 20 is a multiple of both 7 and 4. So make 28 the common denominator. Okay, so what we did here now, look at here. 4 upon 7 is equal to 4 multiplied by 4 upon 7 multiplied by 4. So 4 4s are 16, and here denominator 4 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 4 is equal to 28. So 16 upon 28. Now here 3 upon 4 is equal to what we did, 3 multiplied by 7 upon 4 multiplied by 7. So 3 7s are 21 and 4 7s are 28. Okay, so therefore 16 upon 28 and 21 upon 21 upon 28 are the like fraction. Okay, so how to convert? Now children, what are the divisor and what are the multiples. Okay, so that is very important to know the multiples and divisors. So multiples are the number which comes in the table. Okay, so here you see that 9, 18, 27, 36,
9,
45,
18,
these are
27, 36, 45,
which comes,
54.
yeah, which comes in the nines table. And here the number 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, these are the some numbers which comes in the table of 6, isn't it? So these are the multiples. Okay, so while converting unlike fraction into the like fraction, at that time we have to find the common multiples. Okay, now look at here, homework time now. This is one problem set is here from your textbook. Okay, so here question number 1, question number 2, question number 3 and question number 4 and question number 5 are given here. So take the screenshot, children, and find out the answers of these all the questions. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.